Hello, I am JC Paz, and in this video, we are going to see how to install MySQL Server and Oracle Linux running in WSL2. Here we have a list of the steps that we need to follow to successfully complete the installation. As you can see, after downloading the installation file, we have to perform at least 7 steps. Let us open a PowerShell terminal and do the command WSL-D Oracle Linux _9_3. We are running Oracle Linux now. With pwd we can check the directory where we are right now. From this directory, I am going to change to my home directory with command cd tilde. Make a directory with mkdir documents. And change into it with cd documents. With ls-la we can check the contents, and nothing is inside it. Now I am going to type Ctrl-L to clear the screen. Staying in this directory, I am going to get from the repository the installation file. It will take just a few minutes to download. I am going to download it with the command wget http://repo.mysql.com/mysql80-community-release-el9-5.noarch.rpm. Now we have the file. We can see it with ls-la. I am going to do a local installation with sudo dnf local install mysql 80-community-release-9-5.noarch.rpm. Provide password. The installation begins. When it finishes installing, check the list of MySQL files from the repository with command sudo dnf repo list enabled pipe grep MySQL. We must have connectors, the tools, and the server. With the command cat/etc/wsl.conf. We can see the content of this file because it keeps configuration commands. It does not exist, so let us create it. To create this file, I need to install a text editor to do it. The command sudo yum install nano will install an editor for us. After the installation, let us create the file with sudo /etc/wsl.conf. In the first line, let us open a new section boot, and in the second line, systemd equals true. Save the file with Ctrl-O, accept the name for the file, and the Ctrl-X to close the editor. I am clearing the screen and exit Oracle Linux now because we need to reboot the kernel. The command must be wsl-shutdown. And run again wsl-d Oracle Linux. Just because systemd is now in the WSL configuration file. We can run the command sudo yum install systemd. It is complete. Systemd keep the activity of many daemons. Let us check MySQLD. Sudo systemctl status MySQLD. And the service could not be found. Let us install the community server with sudo dnf install mysql-community-server. The installation software will install several packages, and after some minutes the installation concludes. We can check the MySQL status again with sudo systemctl status mysqld. Now it is loaded, it exists at a given directory, and it is inactive. So, we need to start it with sudo systemctl start mysqld. And now check again the status. Now it is active. The activation provides a temporary password that we need to search inside a file. We can get it with sudo grep temporary password /var/log/mysqld.log. After we have the temporary password, we need to perform a secure installation using the special tool. MySQL Secure Installation. The first thing is to provide the root password that we got from a previous step. Next, we need to provide a new password and retype it. Then we can choose to change it or keep it. Next, we need to answer if we want to remove an existing anonymous user. Now comes the option to disallow root to login remotely. Another question is whether we want to remove a test database from the server. And finally, it will ask if we want to reload the privilege tables to update the installation choices at this point. Answer yes. At this point, the secure installation completes. Loading root for the first time. Provide its password. MySQL prompt appears. We will show databases. After seeing the databases, we will see the pair user, host registered in MySQL. What we can see from this table is that all the users must log in locally. In the next step, I am going to install MySQL shell. The command sudo yum install mysql-shell. The installation ends quickly, and now we can use it. The command mysql-sh activates it. In this occasion, the JavaScript mode shows up. But we can switch with \SQL to SQL mode. Or with \py to Python mode. One important command is \help, which provides quick help and different commands available to work with. With \c-u root-p. We can connect to the MySQL server with user root. Please provide the password. From the dialog, we notice that the connection is using Protocol X through port 33060. Another thing is that because no schema was selected, we can do it with \u. Let us see the help again. And because we do not have available schemas, in this example I will use MySQL. The command \u MySQL will do it. Now let us run the command. Select user, host from user, as we did before just to recheck. In the next section, I want to review some things that can be done to troubleshoot MySQL. One is to see if we have communication between the server and any other host on the network. First, find the IP number of both machines and ping from one to the other. This can tell you if traffic was stopped by a firewall. Another important action is to modify my .cnf file to allow connections from any IP number. Open the file with nano and insert inside the section MySQL the line. Bind -address equals 0.0.0.0. Write the file. A third thing to do is run the command sudo netstat -tul npipe-grep 3306. You must see that MySQL server is using two ports for transactions 3306 normally and 33060 with Protocol X. The first handles traffic with text and the second with binary code. One last thing is to see how MySQL handles passwords. If inside MySQL we run the command show variables like validate password %, you will see a table showing that the password length must be 8 characters, and the password policy is medium. If we want to change this, we can achieve it with set global validate password policy equals low, and Set global validate password length equals 6. Just because my SQL server accepted the changes, we can go and write it inside my .cnf file. After doing it, go down and you can remove the comment to one of the last lines, which changes the default authentication plugin. Save everything and go and register users to work with your newly installed MySQL server. I am going to stop here this lecture. Thank you for watching this video. Please do not forget to subscribe and give a like, and this way I can continue uploading more videos like this. See you in the next.